Hello everyone and welcome back to the series where we take a closer look at every outfit in the Assassin's Creed games. Today we're looking at Arno's outfits in Assassin's Creed Unity, the first game in the series to feature pieces of gear alongside full outfit sets. Although all of the elements of these gear pieces were broken up into hoods, chests, belts, trousers and braces, if you had all the pieces from an entire set, you would have a coherent outfit. For this video, we'll look at the complete sets of Arno's gear in their intended ensembles, and then we'll talk about the traditional outfits section. I wanted to talk about the gear combinations first, as most people will have skipped a vast majority of them due to the in-game cost and rank each piece was given. I certainly found some combinations in the process of making this that I never knew existed, so let's shine a light on these first. Also, Unity allowed you to dye your outfit in a massive range of colours. This wouldn't dye individual pieces, but the entire outfit, which makes talking about the colour schemes of the outfit difficult, until we get to the dedicated section. Therefore, we're not going to factor the colours into the ranking, as much as possible anyway. As always, we'll review each outfit, and then we will rank them. Let's start with Arno's starting robes in the game, and keen-eyed players will have realised early on that this outfit is different from the outfit in the trailers. It's a sloppier and less form-fitting version of the outfit, but this is the one that everyone will start with as they play the game. If you wanted to play as Arno in his canonical outfit, then you're looking for the tailored outfit, a much better design that brings together the elements of the outfit better, with a large chest section and longer coat tail. However, unlocking this entire set is a bit of a pain, as you'll need to complete co-op missions that have randomised rewards, making this a bit of a chore to get. However, in terms of the design, I think Arno's outfit is a bit plain, and lacks the wow factor to set him apart. That's kind of the point though. From the perspective of crafting your own unique assassin in this game, the philosophy is that you should find this outfit boring, so you're more encouraged to try the more flamboyant alternatives. Honestly, you can't look at these robes again the second you see the tailored alternative. Much better colours and some added depth to the centre of Arno's chest. The outfit serves as being quite generic, which fits Arno's character, as he never had much commitment to the cause anyway, and for that, it certainly serves its purpose. Now, although Arno's Master Assassin robes are gifted to you at the end of the game, there is another version that can be unlocked through the co-op missions, but here I've illustrated the progression in Arno's outfit, from novice to master, and the Master Assassin robes add more solidarity and commitment to the Brotherhood. The hood is more fitting with Arno's personality, and the design is accentuated without being over the top, so the collision still works well. It keeps the design simple whilst adding more unique elements that make the outfit distinct to Arno, a pretty great progression. Next up we have a couple of sets that really should have been just outfits, as they're standalone without a progression, so it's odd that they are randomly dispersed throughout the gear and aren't even named the same throughout. The Foreign Regiment outfit blends both being overcomplicated and yet rather dull. I hate the hood. I mean, what on earth is that supposed to be? It looks like the wind is blowing it away. I do like the belt, and the boots and braces are fine I suppose, but the midsection has way too much going on without anything resembling the assassins. We've got dots, stripes and straps that overcomplicate what should be a relatively straightforward soldier's outfit. On the flip side, however, we have the French Duelist outfit, and I had no idea that this even existed, but I like it. The boots and the open shirt resemble Edward's shipwrecked kinda look, and the shoulder pad being huge but just on one side balances out the loose fabric of his shirt. The braces being plain are also a good thing, so not to complicate the design. The hood is nicely designed as a good in-between between Ezio's style and the Edward style. Either way, this outfit is incredibly fun, and I'm so surprised it wasn't just made an outfit instead of being in pieces. My one big negative, which I'll certainly be bringing up again, is the stripy trousers. I hate these. I don't know why anyone would wear stripy trousers, and unfortunately, a lot of the trousers in the game have this pattern on them, despite my best efforts to pick a colour scheme that hides them. Next up, we've got quite a fan favourite with the Prowler set. I've bundled all 4 versions of this outfit together, and I'll be doing that going forward, otherwise we will be here all day. For some outfits, I feel like the further along they get, the more manic and crazy they become, but the Prowler set benefits from its later incarnations. The first couple of stages have a pretty weak hood design, and I'm not a fan of the red under the arms. It looks kinda silly in motion. That said, the commitment to a full leather outfit is so cool, and the big drapesing shoulders on the legendary set remind me a lot of what we'll see later with Syndicate's designs, and I love its inception here. The chest also reminds me a lot of Spider-Man Noir, which is one of my favourite spider people, so I'm kinda biased here, but there's just one thing that I dislike about this outfit, and it's gonna sound nitpicky, but it's how it looks in the game. In the menus, this outfit looks incredible, but in the game, the colours become more saturated, and I think it makes the leather look ugly no matter which colours you choose. Also, the physics are strange. The outfit looks like it's segmented into 4 pieces at the back, and you would expect that to flail about, but they're only split into 2, and it means that when running, there's just this small gap where the outfit flaps about, and I know it's entirely my problem, but I just wanted it to flap about a bit more. Also, the master version of the outfit has a cool Gotham by Gaslight style collar, which they removed for the legendary, and I don't like that. Oh god, here we go. The Sans-Culottes, that outfit takes less of an assassin kind of silhouette and more of a thief style one. There's no coattails or much to move about in general, apart from a loose bit of material on the hood. The outfit is quite possibly the most practical for parkour in terms of being easy for Arno, but it's quite plain to see from behind all the time. I find myself being drawn to a different part of each of these, but no outfit encompasses the best elements of all of them. I like the cross straps from the legendary design with the larger braces and fingerless gloves, but I don't like the striped trousers or the boring pirate boots. In that sense, I'd lean more into the direction of the handmade baggy trousers with material around the shoes, to look more raggedy and like a thief on the streets. The waistcoat and sleeves look cool on the handmade design too, and it loses a lot of that personality as it progresses. The hood also gets rather weird. While I'm a fan of the material at the top, I can't get away with the triangle, cockade, and the red stripe around the front. It's just far too much going on for me to get on board with. I think some combination of both ends would work for me, and the middle is just a weird transition between them that doesn't quite work. Overall though, I like that this design gives some genuine variety in the design by giving you the option to have no coattails at all. Sorry, there's a fly on my microphone. Get the fuck away! The Napoleonic outfit is complex. A problem I think this game has in general is a need to make every piece of gear stand out, and because of it, the sets don't always work when put back together, and I think this set suffers from that, because it's very over-designed in parts and doesn't feel like a natural progression, more so 3 different interpretations. Let's get the hood out of the way. Nope. Why does it look like you could fit a chipmunk in there? Why all the extra room? The half cape is neat, but the half collar thing is kinda weird. I'm a fan of the chest on the first one, it has a nice pattern and some regal elements, and the 3 colours break it up nicely without being too much. It just about toes the line. The middle outfit looks bare in comparison and like a step down from the previous one, aside from the boots, which are now more layered, and I like the breaking up of the colours and patterns. It feels very soldier-like. And the legendary one goes all out parade, with a metal chestplate of armour taking up the vast majority of the design, and I think it kinda suffers from it, honestly. It's cool to have proper knight's armour in the game, but it makes the front and back very plain. It also has these weird extra straps on the top part. There are also some weird weapon charms hanging off. I love the white and gold gloves, but I wish they gave it more of an assassin twist. Even if it's just a small gold embroidered logo, that would have been really nice. I'm a big fan of the boots, they feel very Robin Hood, and the colours, at least for the default blue, look very nice in contrast to the rest of the outfit. I think to improve the legendary outfit, there should have been much more emphasis on the shoulders, with equally large shoulder pads of a more complex design, for the armour to give us something interesting to look at when running around. The coattails just being a point in the middle could have been cool, but again it has the curse of this game where every coattail has to be segmented into 2 parts, even when it makes no sense. In the Napoleonic outfit's case, it makes the coattails often glitchy and thin, which I just don't like very much. Medieval armour starts out promising and slowly becomes too much of a good thing. The first 2 designs of this outfit I think are cool and could be outfits on their own, but as we go on, things start to get piled on, and elements are thrown to the wayside in favour of more stuff. The first design gives the impression of a medieval peasant turned assassin, which is cool, and the second one has that military vest, whilst having a mismatch of elements like the metal bracer and the homemade shin guards that look cobbled together in a way that isn't messy, but an intentional part of the design that flows nicely. The problem lies later on. We have a cool switch up to the chainmail hood, which could have worked perfectly fine, but they chose to put a second hood on top, giving Arno a massive heavy appearance, and so to balance this, we have massive shoulder pieces with a scarf draped over and asymmetrical shoulder pieces. This would be a bit much, but not terrible, if the focus of the outfit was on his upper half to give players a bulky appearance for Arno. The problem is that the bottom half is just as crowded. We have knight armour on the chest, massive braces, and massive boots with comical proportions that make the whole design far too much to look at. The coattails are quite nice, but unfortunately they move awkwardly on the front due to them pinballing off the giant knee pads. I don't know what happened, but I know I don't like it. The Phantom outfit is rather insane at a first glance. The first and second outfits look like they're going for a Captain of the Aquila look, without the commitment to socks. The later ones copy the braces too, and I wasn't a fan of them there. The braces across the board here are far too big and clutter the design more as it goes on. The handmade design has these yellow spots that kind of resemble a clown outfit, which is unfortunate for it, and the second outfit has these jester-style trousers, which I don't hate. I guess maybe I'm too much of a Scrooge to appreciate how much fun people would have wearing this outfit, because I see these as just far too silly for me to ever enjoy wearing. The domino mask starts out okay, but can't commit to a colour scheme, so it just sort of flip-flops between Miss Marvel and Goldface. But if you look closely, there's one single piece of gear here that I adore, and it's the second belt. The belt being off-centre looks cool, and the fact it's an assassin logo on the belt, which you think would be common, but this is the only case of it being here in the game. It reminds me of Connor's in the best way, and the gold is a very nice choice. Also, at a push, I would say the popped collar on the master version is the best popped collar look in this game, and it's something I'd wear if not for the mask. Oh yeah, and the massive feather from the Captain Morgan's outfit makes a startling return. The legendary version looks like a curtain. The Musketeer outfit is one of the game's better combinations, taking some theatrical elements from the Phantom design and bringing it down to earth with some medieval elements too. The first outfit looks very medieval, but the billowing shirt underneath the fabric reminds me a lot of Edward's outfits. The design still suffers from far too many colours and patterns, but again, individually, there are some brilliant pieces like the first hood, which leans more into Ezio's Brotherhood and Revelations style. And the bracer being by far the best in the game, with a black material and gold emblem. Totally gloved, it's a great look, and works universally with any outfit. It's a shame the outfit gets a feather at the end, and also introduces a bit too much gold, and a complicated upper half, because in my opinion, if you just give the middle outfit the hood from the first, and maybe a half cape like Ezio's, then this could have been something special. The military outfit is kinda dull. I bet you can't even tell that these are 4 separate outfits, because the designs are just a colour swap, in a game where you control the colour scheme. The high boots work great for any Ezio cosplayers in the middle, but towards the end they start to add extra layers to the boots, and it places greater emphasis on Arno's legs, and less so on the overcomplicated military-esque design at the top, which seems to clash a bit for me. It also has that weird trend where the hood looks like it's been bolted on, and there's a bit of a disconnect between the hood and the rest of the design, and it's a pretty bland hood to begin with. The Brigand outfit is a bit of a mess consistency-wise, but I don't care at all, because those middle two outfits are stunning. The improved outfit has a stylish stripe of red in the middle that is asymmetrical with the design, and looks neat and simple. The rest of the outfit is kinda meh, especially that weird-ass hood design, but the chest more than makes up for it. And blimey, a pretty good rip-off of Connor's coat as well. The design in this set is all over the place, but those two chest pieces in the middle shine through. Aside from that, we have a Sans-Culottes rip-off, and weirdly, Arno's Master Assassin rip-off. The hoods are dreadful aside from the first one. I like the assassin pin badge holding it on, and the boots on the legendary one look admittedly very cool, with the straps on the side. But the lack of consistency is a bit odd. Finally, for the gear sets, we have an outfit I cannot pronounce. Bourgeois? The Bourgeois outfit.
That's racist.
You're racist.
Which might start as a rip-off Phantom set, which later ends up being better due to having less crap on it. But by the end, we have possibly the most assassin-looking outfit out of the bunch here. The hood seems pulled from the Master Assassin set, but that is a good hood to steal from, and the design fits the traditional look Arno carries across whilst defining it with the French Brotherhood. It's clear a lot of these outfits did not have Arno's character in mind, and more so the different playstyles that players could adapt, so it's nice to see an outfit that doesn't bother with any waffle and just makes a decent French assassin outfit. And now it's time to talk about the traditional outfits section. There's only a small selection due to the amount of gear in the game, but that doesn't mean there's a lack of talking points. I mean, judging by my script, I'm not even a third of the way through, so... This being the first Assassin's Creed game made for the 8th generation consoles means that everything had changed. The textures and physics were now totally brand new, and this led to both positive and negative changes, especially when it came to the legacy outfits. But before we get to that, let's tick off the Master Assassin outfit. Despite being featured quite well as individual pieces, this is the only combination of gear pieces in the game that you can also wear as an outfit. The difference is that some players will care a lot about having their stats match their ability, especially in co-op, so having the option to wear full outfits over the top lets players have their choice of gear, but also the look they want. Other games would introduce a transmog system, but for now, this is the only outfit you can wear as both gear and an outfit, and surprisingly, not Arno's default outfit, which is crazy to me. That said, there are changes, and they are not good ones. There are far too many colours going on here. Blue, red, gold, white, brown, all of them are used in different aspects of the design. Sometimes the outfit will have red highlights on areas like the waistcoat and collar, and sometimes it will have red highlights alongside gold highlights. There's a red piece of rope on one side and a thinner gold one on the other. There's a white X-shaped pattern going on with the straps too, which gives Arno white highlights from the back, but also brown straps from his belt, which draws your eye this way and that way, constantly. And one of the strongest parts of Unity is that if you have a heavy weapon or a rifle, then Arno will magically sprout a holster on his back to hold it in place, so it's not just floating there, which is an issue I've had with previous games. But for this outfit, the holster is always there, no matter what weapon you're using, and it's also now a stark white, so you can't concentrate on anything else. Now look, I know I'm bitching a lot about this, but I'm not done. There's a clash of class going on here, as the top half has this regal look with the gold lining on the suit, but then the boots are like a tatty leather that's been thrown together and it's at odds with what the rest of the outfit represents. The outfit is constantly at odds with whether it wants to be symmetrical or not. There is a very symmetrical coat with a half cape, and oddly placed belts and mismatched braces thrown on the top to confuse the design. It's far too much, and I've never chosen to wear it outside of the story, so thankfully we can forget about it and move on. Bellec's outfit is given to you during the story once you complete the mission where he kicks the bucket, and I like this outfit. From a design point of view, it's both simple and yet has these little complexities when you look closer, like the gold ribbon on the shoulder. In retrospect, the Arno Master Assassin outfit also has this, and it makes me think that perhaps the French Brotherhood uses this ribbon almost like medals to show a character's rank, and that's some great environmental world building for a Brotherhood we know very little about. The design is incredibly clean, and the colour scheme is a cool blue, which reflects the white of the traditional assassin suit, but with a French twist. This is an outfit that a lot of the NPC assassins in the game wear, usually the ones you talk to start co-op missions. However, you'll notice that these look a lot more like actual assassins. This outfit has quite a few major weaknesses, as it lacks the assassin hood entirely, which is odd because Bellec did have one. Even if he never wore it, it was still there. The French assassins also wear face masks, which give me Informer vibes from AC1, but again, not present in this outfit. When you look at this outfit on its own, there's nothing about the assassin's iconography here at all. Could that be symbolic of Bellec giving up on the Brotherhood and stripping himself of any association with them? Possibly, but it doesn't make for a very iconic outfit. All it needs is a more defined bracer and a hood, and I think it would make a world of difference, and maybe a blue belt or something in the midsection just to break up the colour scheme and give a more striking appearance. Also, a final note for this outfit is that it does look very plain from the back, but I think they nailed the physics of the coattails, and it moves incredibly well when parkouring through Paris. Me and Altair have been through a lot throughout the process of making these videos.
Move! Move!
And that's why I'm thrilled to say they did it.
Hang up that computer call, come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
After a few games of having magic superglue on his legs, Altair's outfit can move. And it's the most it's ever moved. In AC1, the outfits would move opposite to the direction you were running in, like physics would. But what Unity brings to the outfit is the natural unpredictability of cloth and the way we move as humans. We don't always run directly straight on, so the pieces of the outfit, especially the red stripe on the coattails, ping-pong about naturally, and it makes it feel more tangible. Each piece of the coattails is animated individually and moves incredibly when jumping, keeping the concept of Altair's outfit more faithfully recreated than any game after it, and I adore it. Yes, this outfit is a pain to obtain. First it was available through the companion app that would unlock shields to collect, and later that changed when the companion app shut down. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't even remember what you have to do to get this, but by God, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I love everything about the way this outfit has been translated. Okay, if I'm gonna nitpick, the grey sleeves have been made white, they removed the sheath for his long knife entirely, he still doesn't have fingerless gloves, and the material seems thinner than what Altair appeared to wear in the first game. But for these kinds of dynamic movement, I can excuse this. And you may be wondering why they put so much attention into Altair's robes. Well, it's because they used it twice. Thomas de Carneillon's robes, or should I say it in a French accent? Thomas de Carneillon. The Thomas de Carneillon robes, given to you by completing all of the incredibly difficult Nostradamus enigmas scattered throughout Paris. The outfit is held under the Café Theatre. Hey Siri, how do you say Café Theatre in French?
In French, Café Theatre is Café Théâtre.
Well, there you go. And is a more faithful recreation of the robes Thomas wore when he attempted to steal the Sword of Eden in the 14th century. I discussed this in a short that I made a while ago, but it's worth bringing up here that Thomas's robes have multiple versions seen in the game. During the prologue, his robes have a black and brown stripe pattern on his coattails, but his Helix database entry uses an image of him with a red floral pattern and gloves on. Then surprise, the version you get in the game has no floral patterns or stripes, but a very faint square pattern. I have no idea why any of this is the case, just thought it was fun to point out. Now down to the outfit. Thomas's robes are a dark blue/black, depending on the lighting, recolour of Altair's robes, with a differing colour scheme that features a red scarf, leather hood piece, and my grandma's armchair cut out for his smaller front coattails. Aside from the colours, the outfit also has an assassin logo on the chest, holding his straps together, which is a neat alteration, and strangely enough, the sheath that was missing from Altair's robes does make an appearance on a character that would not have made sense to have it. He doesn't even have the knife in there. Was this just something the assassins did? I kinda prefer the outfit without it at this point, just because of the hassle it causes. And honestly, there's a lot to love about this outfit. It keeps things incredibly faithful to the look the assassins had during this period, whilst also taking a beautiful design like Altair's and making tiny changes to keep his outfit intact and recognisable, whilst also offering a different flavour. But the one thing I cannot truly stand with this outfit is the white sections under his arms. Why on earth didn't they just make it black all the way? Or is this some texturing issue? Because there's no white anywhere else on the robes, so it seems very random, and I'm going to be honest, it's a deal breaker for me when I wear this in free roam. Ezio's outfit is shockingly still the one from Brotherhood, but that aside, you may remember that Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue did the impossible and made Ezio's Brotherhood outfit have unique physics on the coattail that made that outfit incredible to use. Yeah, funny that. Unity takes a gajillion steps back by making all of Ezio's coattails stuck to two pieces of fabric. Even though those red sections look like they're separate, don't be fooled, as this outfit must be using something similar to the default suit because it goes all in on just two pieces of fabric being able to move. Maybe the cape physics took up all their time developing these robes, but it's just not worth it. The outfit's coattails also move like two pieces of paper. The Altair ones looked a bit thin, but crikey, these are wafer thin and don't feel anywhere near the weight that robes like these should have. Aside from that, this is an incredibly faithful recreation of the Brotherhood starting robes, which is to say, nobody's favourite. I've seen mods that add the E3 design to this outfit, and it looks so much better. I'm just frustrated that they went with this design and didn't think to do it justice at the least. You could say that Connor's outfit was assassinated in Assassin's Creed Rogue and Black Flag, and I hate to say it, but some of those bad habits have carried across here in Unity. My eyes instantly went to his feet to check, and unfortunately, the stealth outfit tassels have returned, albeit in a less aggressive colour scheme that blends in much better than previous attempts. But just a quick reminder, he very clearly did not have these in AC3. The case of the floating hood also returns here from Rogue, which is another unfortunate carryover. Thankfully, Unity has this utterly beautiful lighting system that hides the seam better, but it's still noticeably on a different plane of existence to the rest of the outfit. And as I've said before, the bareback is an issue without having the bow there, but in this game, heavy weapons do work as a great substitute, and in motion this outfit is tremendous, and works to the advantage of the two-piece of fabric trend here by being an outfit with two pieces, so it looks the closest to how it did in AC3. Edward's outfit is a thing of beauty in this game. They hit it with this costume. Aside from the billowing shirt under his arms no longer having movement physics and being motionless, and the fabric being a bit desaturated in terms of the blue colour, this outfit does not put a foot wrong, both in design and execution, and does a fantastic job of realising this outfit for the next generation, and I'm amazed that this is only 1 year since Black Flag came out, because the leap in quality is enormous. Whilst I've said before I'm not a massive fan of the outfit in general, I judge the legacy outfits on adaptation and not the original design, and for that, Edward's outfit gets a glowing review from me. This is the best it'll ever look. And honestly, if they end up doing an AC4 remake, they could just copy and paste this, it's that good. I have one major issue with Shay's outfit in this game, and it's simply the material they chose for the entire thing. In Rogue, I thought it was pretty clear that the outfit was made of a thick leather, but for some reason we have soft touch velvet here. although I don't blame them too much for this because Rogue and Unity were made side by side by different studios, so it's a miracle they were able to get the outfit as accurate as they did, and I feel like it's based on a very specific concept art. The giveaway is that both the concept art and this outfit miss the Tree of Yggdrasil brooch that Shay has on his belt, which is very clear in-game, so I have to assume it was simply down to not being given in-game screenshots to go off of. That's also very apparent in the way this outfit moves, as the coattails are a total shot in the dark on how this outfit would look in motion, and it's a big step down from Rogue. Similar to Ezio, we just have 2 pieces of fabric here and everything else is glued down to make sure those 2 pieces move correctly. The red part of Shay's coattails are underneath the black pieces, so that as you run, the red is always visible and the black parts interact on top of it, the red allowing you to see the motion of the black better like a silhouette and sell that feeling of movement. But here, it's just kind of flailing about and weirdly stuck to his arse, as the physics only start halfway down his legs, which is almost the same way the default robes work, which is rather suspicious. Also, it's not the fault of this outfit at all, but I recently downloaded a mod that adds the outfit with Shay's hood from the trailer for Rogue, and not only that, but it majorly fixes the physics on this outfit to treat it similarly to Altair's. It's still not consistent with the way it works in Rogue, but it's a big improvement. Also, I didn't realise how dull the colours were until I saw this mod brighten up the outfit, but the red really does come across more pinkish in the game, and this mod only highlights how dull the costume looks, and I'm worried that if I keep downloading more mods, it'll only expose the other outfits in the game. That's all the legacy outfits in the game, but we're not done yet. In patch 1.5, which added the Underground Armory pack, it fixed a lot of the game's bugs, and 2 free outfits were given to players, that being Arno's Fearless costume and the McFarlane suit. Arno's Fearless costume comes from early concepts of the game, and is the outfit used in early mock-ups of the game and the first trailer announcing it. I went into detail on this costume more in my character study on Arno, as I feel like this suits a very different character than what Arno ended up being, and I can see why it was cut, but I still think that on its own it's a tremendous design. The Spider-Man Noir style buttons make a return, and the loose ascot shows a much less vain appearance than the tailored aesthetic. Lost would be a good way to describe the entire outfit, as the whole outfit looks like it's been made in a hurry without any sincerity. A more laid-back appearance for someone who doesn't care about being an assassin, in a lazier kind of way. The hood is along the same vein as the ones in Rogue and Black Flag, and I wonder if Ubisoft were having some contention behind the scenes on whether the beaked hood should remain a part of the series, before settling on its inclusion in the final game. The material also appears to be a sort of dark blue velvet, similar to how Shay's looked, and I wonder if that was meant to be leather as well, due to its inclusion as a legacy outfit in AC3 Remastered, going for his stark black leather appearance, similar to how it looked in that first reveal trailer. Aside from all that, I think the velvet looks effective when paired with the big brown leather shoulder piece. The outfit combines the look of an assassin whilst taking a more literal approach with Arno's personality traits, and I think it has a lot more character and individuality compared to his look in the game. The second of these concept outfits is the McFarlane suit, aptly named as it was designed by legendary artist Todd McFarlane, and was released as a 6-inch scale figure as part of Series 4 of McFarlane's deal with Assassin's Creed. This suit being added to the game was a nice treat and a way to see the figure come to life. Does that technically make this a legacy outfit, since it's adapting a previously established design? Perhaps it does. Am I going to make comparisons? I am. At first glance, the McFarlane suit looks like the military set, but with some more assassin elements thrown in to spice things up. But there are a lot of fresh ideas being brought into the mix here. The colours are very different from what we see on the figure, with the browns being one unified leather texture, with the highlights being a pattern on the design and not a new fabric entirely. I believe this outfit should look closer to the Prowler texturally, and this means the colours are now much more saturated, and the blue especially was supposedly a lot more subtle. I don't hate this version, but I do feel like something has been lost in translation. That said, I like that the hood has a nice middle ground between the closely tailored Altair and the wider Ezio design, but I wish it was given a beak to bring it closer to the traditional look. The upside down logo does make you ask far too many questions, but as a visual, I think it's pretty cool and something we've never seen done before. Also, you can tell Todd knows his character design, because the colour scheme has lots of colours going on, but it doesn't feel messy, and the amount of white on the undersuit helps with that massively. The back is also utter perfection. The popped collar, massive logo and half chopped off coattails that resemble the logo for Unity all look so incredibly good, and the way the shoulders resemble Shay's by being both broad and fitting does a great job of showcasing Arno's efficiency. I do take issue with the top chest section having the same weird patterns and complexity of the military suits, but it's done a lot better and is not present in the toy, so I feel like this was also the designers for the game injecting more of Unity's art style into the outfit. What's stunning for me though is I can't believe there aren't any original drawings or concept art from Todd himself to showcase what the suit looked like straight from his mind. Even the figure used a picture in-game on the box art instead of a render. If anyone knows whether this original artwork exists anywhere, please let me know as I'd love to see it. Finally, we have the DLC outfits, and since Dead Kings was given to players for free after the buggy launch of Unity, everyone can access these outfits without paying a dime, which is much appreciated. Oh, how times change. First up, we have Arno's Raider outfit, or as I like to call it, his emo phase. Yes, after the events of the game, Arno retreats to Franciade, donning this appearance. No longer part of the Brotherhood, we already get the sense that this is a very different character. The prominent browns are a little bit dull, and the light brown they went for the main colours is not very good in my opinion, but the hood and cape are admittedly awesome. The tattered effect looks great in motion, and the dirt and speckled effect is a nice attention to detail, and the results look great to move around in. I just wish the design had a bit more cool factor going on. It just looks like a workman, right down to the Doctor Strange gloves, and doesn't carry over any of Arno's iconography to make you recognise that it's him at all. Oh wait, he does have an ascot of sorts, but it's the same stark white colour as his shirt, so it's nigh on impossible to even see it. I feel like this started as a cool outfit and slowly got watered down to the generic one that we've gotten. Whilst we're on about this outfit, I should talk about the Iron Mask costume, because it's the same outfit but with a metal helmet instead of the hood, and for some reason this reminded me of when Marvel's Avengers game released those maskless versions of the costumes for God knows how much money, even though it was just the same costume with the mask off, which took about 10 minutes to make. Except in this case, we get the most cutscene destroying item in a video game, with this giant, deformed iron mask that makes you burst out laughing whenever the incredibly serious Arno tries to act tough in it, and I utterly adore it. To get this outfit is incredibly simple too. You just need to acquire 3 keys from cult members that also wear the same mask, and can be done immediately once starting the DLC, so nothing is stopping you from obtaining this wonderful addition. It's just a shame it's not a full costume, and the rest is a reuse. Even a different colour scheme would have been nice, or a fancy suit to make the mask look even funnier. Hell, you have gear in this game, why not let us wear the mask instead of a hood, and have it on every costume? The possibilities are endless. I don't have a great deal to say about the Guard of Franciade outfit, except the concept art looks great. I don't know why they went with such a loose-fitting, tatty look, when it contrasts so much better by having the tattered cape on top of a fitted uniform, and that collar looks very unique and interesting. I would have loved to have seen it in action. It's only when you look at that compared to what we got that this outfit looks more disappointing than generic. I'm not a massive fan of this one, and it's somehow more of an eyesore than the Raider look. And for our final outfit, I wanted to cover an outfit that means a lot to me personally. Thank God it's a good one. In 2015, I started a YouTube channel for the first time, which got about 20 to 30 views per video, which was entirely fair because the content was terrible.
Ooh. What was that?
Dave, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. Don't put me back in the cage. Don't, please, no!
Also, in my script, I've wrote, insert any clip you want here. That is until Unity released Dead Kings, and I blasted my way through all of the DLC and collected all of the Napoleon bicons that you needed to unlock Napoleon's outfit, and I rushed together a video where I am very haphazardly commentating over the steps on how to get the outfit. Back in the day, I was using Xbox's game DVR to record 30-second clips, which you could then put together in their own editing software called Upload Studio, and then you could commentate over it. However, there was no editing and no breaks, so you had to do the whole thing in a one-shot take.
So, yes, last final look at the outfit here.
And it was only by some complete miracle that the video ended up doing really well. I got 1,500 views, and for me, somebody who was getting 20 to 30 views a video, that was massive. It's the highest views that channel had ever gotten, before or afterwards, in the 4 years that I ran that channel for. And I even made a couple of videos on Dead Kings after that, but it's the Napoleon outfit that was my first indication that I could have any kind of success on YouTube. And strangely enough, that Assassin's Creed would be the one to make it happen. Funny how that turned out. Now that my phenomenal bias is out the way, yeah, I love this outfit. This is an exact copy of the outfit worn by Napoleon in the game, and this means that any overcomplex designs or patterns are thrown out the window in service of an outfit that keeps things simple and looks incredible because of it. The bicone reminds me of the naval outfits in Rogue, but I think due to Arno's ponytail still sticking out and giving the outfit motion, I don't mind it as much here. The belt section is very complicated, but it works because the rest of the outfit is so simple. Simple back, simple trousers, simple arms, and a neat gold embroidery around the coattails and chest to emphasise nobility. The physics on the outfit are great too. I think the shorter length works for the coattails, as the material can fold in on itself and lift more during motion, to sell the impact of jumps and climbing. The length means that even climbing up a building face causes dynamic motion, and it works incredibly. I especially like the smaller details, like how the brown top cuff of the boots, in the light brown colour, start exactly where the coattails end. So even though the coattails don't go to the ground, there's still this bold coloration to draw your attention. My only critique is that some days I'm not feeling the bicone as much, and would appreciate an option to take it off. But I did find a mod for that too. Now that we've discussed every outfit, let's rank them. For this ranking, I'm going to choose the best overall aesthetic for each of the gear sets, and judge them all as one outfit. I would love to rank all of them individually, but we would be here for another hour, so we'll go with the general idea of each set alongside the outfits section. That said, ranking these was quite a messy process, so let's get into it. Last place goes to the Phantom outfit. I'm sorry, but it's just dreadful, over-designed nonsense from start to finish. Someone will certainly like this for the irony of how silly they look, but I am not that person. The Guard of Franciade is also rather dribble. The design misses the mark totally and is so boring for what this whole cape and cloak aesthetic could have been in Dead Kings. I can't even remember the name of this one. Over-designed, rips off better outfits and doesn't bring anything unique to the table. The military outfit is the outfit that the last one was ripping off, and when choosing an outfit to rip off, it chose poorly. This is also over-designed. The hood looks bolted on, and the design gets so complicated towards the end that it looks like a total mess. The Raider outfit is just a drab, brown, slimy shite with a hint of veg. Can't believe that. Wow. The Bourgeois outfit, bless it, does nothing wrong. It's just a very generic looking and baseline for what an assassin should look like, without anything crazy or ambitious, which instantly makes it better than the previous ones. The Brigand outfit has some good gear pieces in here, like the chest and the first hood, but the rest is nothing particularly stand out, and the other hoods ruin it for me, which is a shame because it seemed so close to having some consistency. Arno's Master Assassin outfit is cluttered and messy, but I do like the general silhouette it gives off, if that could be considered a compliment. The colour scheme has too much going on, and it shows too much personality in one costume that doesn't work in execution. It looks like someone took every single outfit in this game and smushed them together to make a bang average of this game's art style. Oh man, the medieval outfit has 2 great entries and 2 terrible entries. I'm afraid it's going to have to balance out and go this far down, but I do like the first 2 designs a lot, but it just doesn't stick the landing. The final 2 are far too cluttered and don't scream assassin to me in any sense. If they wanted loadouts for more combat heavy players, then making the characters into medieval knights seems a bit odd. The Musketeer outfit has a lot of good going for it. The first design is quite strong, with a lot of good elements involved, like a loose shirt, coattails that have a nice bit of flow to them, and a chest piece that's simple. Also, I think the hood is the best one in the game from a design point of view, looking simple but structured like an assassin hood, which a lot of these outfits lack. The later incarnations also have what I'd say is the best bracer design in the game, with the logo in gold. However, the feather, the double hood and the half cape with a scarf just make it feel unnecessary, and it's too many details to what was a nice straightforward design. The Sans-Culottes outfit achieves the goal of looking more of an agile and efficient stealth-focused version of the assassin outfit, although it lacks the iconography. I view this as more of a Thieves Guild type of outfit, if they were around during this time. The X pattern formed on the back looks cool when running around, and due to the streamlined design, there isn't any physics to be messed up here, but the flap on the hood does provide you with a sense of movement. It tried something different by making the hood the moving fabric and not the coattails, and I think it succeeded. I'm not a fan of the stripy trousers or the actual design on the hood, but aside from this, it is remarkably normal compared to the crazier designs, and that works better for me. The Napoleonic set also keeps things relatively simple, and I think the first one does a nice job of blending the assassin with the soldier. It feels more regal without overdoing it, and even the final legendary design makes the design simpler instead of more complicated. My only real criticism is that it feels like a ceremonial outfit, or something you'd only wear on special occasions, and not an active wear kind of suit at all. Next up is Ezio's Brotherhood robes, the weakest of the legacy outfits simply down to how much of a downgrade it is from the Black Flag version. However, the translation in every aspect visually has been carried across perfectly, and as a still frame, you could be convinced that this is a Brotherhood remake, as Arno's appearance resembles Ezio so much that it makes him suit this costume better. Also, it's the closest to the art style in this game, so it works seamlessly in cutscenes. The Iron Mask outfit is both hilarious and unique. I'm going to give it props for how crazy they went, whilst committing to something that is historically accurate and makes you look into what this thing was used for. It's a cool addition that elevates the Raider outfit to a higher status, even if it's ironically. The French Duelist outfit should have been its own outfit. The design is clean and unique outside of anything else in the game, and works great for sword-wielding players. You get that flamboyancy and suave nature of the character without any of the complications of previous outfits, and it works surprisingly well. Bellec's robes might be quite straightforward and look civilian at times, but I think it was so close to being great that I have to put it higher up. If only it had the cape and hood alongside some kind of defined bracer instead of gloves, then I would have loved this. The colours are unique and cool, and the physics of the outfit are implemented well into the gameplay. There's no denying the Thomas de Carneillon robes are just awesome. Taking Altair's robes and making only the smallest changes to stay faithful to that design, whilst breathing new life into these robes, was a great idea. I just wish it didn't have the white sweat patches. Shay's outfit is a feat to even be in the game. Match that with the significance of Arno wearing his father's killer's robes, and it makes for some dark humour aside from the story details. The suit has been translated well, not perfect but certainly a good effort, and as someone who loves Shay's robes, this is one I often use in the game. Also, having options without a hood is always appreciated, and this design suits that brilliantly. The Prowler set is probably the closest the game gets to having assassin robes that match the quality of the default robes. In most AC games it's a close call, but due to the gear in this game being baffling to look at half the time, consistency is rare. It's why I'm thankful the Prowler set appears to be the only set in the game that does get better over time, and the legendary set is a very nice variation to wear. I like the leather texturing giving you something different compared to the usual velvet fabric, and the design has all the elements of Arno's character with a bit of a rougher exterior. Good stuff. I'm biased because I love Connor's outfit, from the front at least. This suit looks amazing, and I'm really surprised how well Arno suits this look. His proportions match Connor's quite nicely, although the chest has been shrunken down so we don't get the hunchback look that Rogue had. I like the inclusion of his necklace too to keep some more authenticity with the design. I just wish it had the fingerless gloves to top it off. I can excuse the over-designed line work on the McFarlane outfit because everything else is great. Due to the fabric physics, I feel like this is an outfit that could only work in this game, and it does so with flying colours. Speaking of which, the colours are different from what we'd expect without being outrageous. I think they nailed this design and wish it was used as Arno's actual Master Assassin robes. However, it still doesn't beat Arno's tailored suit. I'm putting this one on its own because I couldn't just bundle this in with the rest of that set. These are Arno's canon robes, and although very simplistic, I like what they were going for with all the details being underneath his coat. You can see his personality bubbling under the heavy cloak of the assassins, and that summarises his personality very well. The blue is a great choice, although I wish it was darker like in the promo material. Not that this blue is bad, but it doesn't sell the fabric very well and looks a bit too bright. Although the tailored suit is more fitting for Arno's character, and I'm glad that they went with it, I prefer the look of the fearless robes. I don't think they should have been used as the default look, but I'm so glad they're here. The great blend between rags and riches looks mixed in with a clean design. I love the blue highlights on the coattails that bring the suit to life, and you can see why this was chosen as the legacy outfit to bring back in the remastered games. If an odd choice, but who could blame them? This design is just that good. In number 3 we have Altair's robes. I am incredibly biased as Altair's robes are my favourite in the franchise, but I'd be remiss to underplay just how well these robes look in this game. The attention to detail is immaculate, and is worth the difficult process to unlock them. You can tell they had a mission to fix the physics on this outfit, and seeing it in this engine looks incredibly detailed and beautifully translated. Now, despite me not being the biggest fan of this outfit in general, Edward's robes are utterly perfect in this game. It's the only outfit I have zero issues with. They translated it to perfection, and I just don't see a single flaw to it. This means that number 1 is a total hack fraud opinion here, and it's not just due to my emotional resonance with this costume, but I also do like to mix things up. This is the same person who chose the Edward the Legend outfit as the best in Black Flag, and I'm going to go with Napoleon's outfit here in Unity. Again, I just have no faults. The design is great, ripped straight from the story, and the physics are the best of any outfit's coattails in my opinion. I love using it, and surprisingly, the bicorn doesn't bother me as much, as I think a hood just wouldn't suit this design. It's one of the only outfits in the game where I don't see a battle being had behind the scenes on what it should look like. It's a clean design that keeps things simple and succeeds at giving us that French Revolution fantasy. So, that's my list. A much longer video than I expected, but there's so much gear to go through in this game that thankfully means the Syndicate video will be far shorter. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and let me know down below what is your favourite outfit from Assassin's Creed Unity, and what is your favourite piece of gear. I'm interested to know what people's combinations are for their assassin in the game. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.